okay now, Derek, can
No
you?
problem. Yeah, no problem.
Okay, cool. So I'm just going to start off this video now and just introduce Derek to the group. Derek is a former member of the Unique Private Label course. Well, he's a current member of the Unique Private Label course, but he's launched his product onto Amazon just before Christmas, and he's just at the reordering stage now and getting ready for his second product launch. So I just wanted to jump in and speak to Derek about this on our live chat. We had our chat the last day on the phone, and I asked him if he'd come on and have a quick live chat on the YouTube channel, and he agreed to it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to jump in and have a quick chat with Derek. So Derek, could you please just tell us a bit about yourself, where it is you're based first? You can just start off with that.
Sure, yeah. Well, I'm based in Canada and sort of in the Toronto, Niagara area, close to Niagara Falls, and selling in the .com market right now, and going to be shortly in a few days getting into the Canadian market too.
Cool. And Derek, I just want to start off with what kind of made you start with private label and with Amazon FBA as a whole?
Probably the same as everybody else that's interested in it. You know, they're looking for another source of income, and everyone's dreaming to get to make it their, you know, their original, or I mean, their only income, and the whole passive income thing, and you know, just in general, just trying to make things better for yourself, right?
Yeah. And are you working a full-time job and just obviously doing this on the side? Is that what you're doing at the moment?
Yeah, I'm still working the full-time job, but the dream is to, like everyone else, to ditch the full-time job and launch more products and have that, you know, passive income. It's not, you know, I wouldn't call it passive income, but it definitely is more passive than a full-time job. That's for sure.
Exactly. And Derek, take us back to when you started. So when did you start with the course first?
I think I started early summer, maybe June, July, and then
2017.
Yeah, 2017. Dug into the course, and you know, actually, I think I started watching, you know, all the different YouTube videos and all that stuff, and then you see all the different gurus out there, and then you don't know who to trust and who to, you know, who to believe, and then I ran across you, and it just felt like, okay, I felt like I could trust you, and then so it's like, you know what, I'm going to order the course. So I ordered the course, and I, you know, I went through the course, and the course was, you know, pretty easy to go through, and you know, doing your course same time looking at the other videos and stuff. So that was probably early June,
Yeah.
and then took me a little while to find a product because as you're teaching, it's like, you know, you want to change the product to make yourself stand out and all that. So that took me a little while, and something I felt comfortable with changing and I felt good with. So that took me a little while, and started there. And then it took me months, a few months to actually work out the product with my manufacturer. And but yeah, I got there.
Cool. And when did you launch your product first? You launched onto Amazon.com in the US.
Right. I would say it was late November. I would say, yeah, mid-November, first or second week in November, I think, something like that.
So getting into the juicy bits of Q4. You got in the middle of it.
Yeah, and that was another thing too. I was like, okay, is it a good thing that I'm going into Q4? Is it a bad thing? You know, it's like, am I going to get traction? And but I think it worked out okay. Actually, maybe it was a good time to launch.
Yeah. And how did that launch go? If you could just give us kind of how you went about launching your products. How many units did you order, and did you send them all into Amazon FBA? Yeah, maybe we'll go there. So how many products did you order with your initial order?
So I did an order of 500 to start.
Yeah.
And it went from, and I did, you know, and learning again, it's like, so am I going to ship air? Am I going to ship sea? I shipped air because I needed them fast. It took a lot longer for me to develop my product because I did make it unique, and I had to source from a couple different suppliers, and then from actually 2 suppliers. So I had my main manufacturer, sourced another part from a different manufacturer, and then had it sent to the original factory, and then working out the details of that. Anyway, so I launched second week November, and I went in at a pretty cheap price, and I can't forget how many units. You know what? At that time, it wasn't as hard to get to the first page as it is in 2018. So I might have I didn't do a giveaway. I sort of launched at break-even cost, maybe a little bit, maybe lost a little bit of money, but I got to the first page pretty quick, and I think that's in part to having a unique product.
Yeah, yeah. And how did you go? How did you come across your unique product? Was it something that you just, changed about slightly, or did you make a big change? I know the answer to this, but I want to.
I don't know if you call it a big change, but it's definitely a unique change where nobody else has that addition to the product. So it definitely makes me stand out in that regard.
Yeah, and that's the part, say when you were discussing it with your manufacturer and it kind of took you from July to November, from, taking the course back in July and going through it and getting your product ordered or getting your product sent into FBA in November, what was kind of going on in that period? So you made your product unique, and then you got your product somewhat protected.
Yeah, so the whole unique factor, which is, is almost a must.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, great, how am I going to protect this product? Because as soon as I launch it, everybody's going to want to just jump on it. And that was actually the case. I asked my manufacturer afterwards, hey, is everybody asking for this edition? Because there's a lot of people in my niche, not niche. And I knew they were going to be asking, can I have that edition as well? And so I knew I had to figure out a way to protect it.
Yeah.
And ended up, so I reached out to a lawyer in China, and an IP patent and a patent lawyer who deals with OEM and NNN agreements. So I got an NNN agreement, which is a non-compete, non-disclosure, non-something or other, I forget the last one. But so I put that in place, and so far it's been working great. I haven't had any, nobody else has been selling my product. The factory's been, sticking to their word, and it's been really good.
Yeah, and basically what that kind of boils down to is a lawyer put together a document and got your manufacturer to sign it, saying obviously that they're not going to, allow others to come in and purchase your product. Is that correct?
Or themselves, yeah, or themselves. So yeah, there's a couple different things, and it was really an eye opener finding this lawyer, and she was a godsend, to be honest with you, because she researched the company. She found all the real owners of the company. So, when you're on Alibaba and is it a trading company? Is it a manufacturer? Who owns it? Blah, blah, blah. Am I talking to a sales rep? She researched the whole company, found out who the real players were. And then once I confronted my sales rep with all the information, they knew I was for real. And so, and then they said, yes, they agreed to signing an NNM agreement. Yeah. And I had the lawyer Skype over to the factory, and the lawyer, she was an IP patent lawyer in Beijing for over 10 years. So she knows her stuff. She can speak in Mandarin Chinese with them. She did that, and she took the necessary steps to protect me. And even when we sent in the agreement, there's always a little, are they going to sign it? Are they going to do it, execute it correctly? And they did. So
and that was such a smart move on your behalf, because, as someone who does create unique private label products, that is always one of your concerns. And even when I'm speaking with new sellers, they're saying, I have this really cool idea, but how do I know that other sellers aren't going to jump on it? My point is always that if you get out there first, then you've the advantage, because you're going to to gain the rank on your product. You know, you're going to be the unique one first, whereas the rest are just going to be copycats. But having your manufacturer to sign an agreement like that and stick to that agreement it's actually a great thing to have from you. It's a good peace of mind, I'd say.
Yeah, it was really good. So what the lawyer, you know, and there's specific steps that the lawyer said we have to meet. Like first of all, like you want to see the Chinese person's Chinese ID. If they don't comply with certain steps, then, you know, well, they're not really serious. But there was, you know, they complied with everything, and everything worked out well.
Yeah, cool. And then getting on to your launch. So you sold 500 units in your first 6 weeks. Your launch must have went well. What kind of way did you play it? We'll say, how many reviews did you have before you started noticing a lot of organic sales coming in on your product?
You know what? I didn't have that many because you know, I'm in Canada, so it's not like I'm in the States and I can just get all my friends and family to just make my reviews. But I did get a couple reviews from people that I knew in the States. So maybe I got 3 or 4 to start. And you know, that was a stumbling block too. Or reviews are always an issue. So once I got the review, you know, you always say do 10 reviews, but I was so anxious, you know, it was Q4, time was running down. I was like, I got 4 reviews, I'm going to launch PPC. So I launched PPC, and it went well. And then that was a whole learning curve in itself. I did spend probably a little bit more money on PPC than I wanted to, but, you know, you got to get out there and you need traction. So that, you know, that was good. And I got to the first page pretty easy, to be honest with you. I did 30, 35, 40 units at break even.
Yeah.
And or just a little bit below break even. I was on the first page, and then things just started happening, right? And then it was off to the races.
Yeah, and that's the key. That's the key with having the unique product. You know, it's getting it out to the first page is easier, and when you're on the front page, you stand out more, so you don't just bounce off it. You know, that's the whole thing behind it. You can launch a product that is proven, that's selling thousands of units, and just copy that exact same product. But you have to get it out onto page 1. Yeah. So that's going to cost you a lot more. And then when you're out on page 1, you have to keep it out there. You can't, you know, everyone else can compare it with the products right beside it that are the exact same. And a lot of people are just going to purchase the other product or purchase the cheapest product. But that is the key when you have a unique product. It is out there. Once you get it out there, you know, you're not competing directly against any other listings.
Yeah, and I think even if you have the best product in the world and you don't have a good launch strategy, you know, it's going to take a long time, I think, you know, even if you got the best product in the world, it still could take a long time. You know, the marketing is important. And I think not scrimping on your, you know, your listing is very important. You know, having really nice pictures and working your sales copy and your bullet points and all the things that you teach in your course, I think it's very important too as well.
Yeah, no, definitely. You have to, you know, your main product is the most thing that people look at, your main product image. That's the most thing that people look at. And sometimes you even see that in listings when you're looking through Amazon, that's not good. And, you know, if your main product image isn't good, you don't stand much of a chance, no matter how good your product actually is. And again, your bullets and your title all have to have your keywords and also read well. So that is an important part. Derek, I won't hold you long because I know you've a lot of stuff to do on this Saturday. It's Saturday morning where you are at the moment, Derek.
Yeah, it's 10:17 here in Canada.
Cool. And Derek, just kind of where is your business at the moment? So you've launched your first product, you sold out pretty quickly. Where are you at the moment? Have you reordered? Yes. Are you waiting for inventory or?
No, I've reordered. I made a couple slight tweaks, so that took some more time. I changed the additional thing that I made it a little better again, and that took a little bit more time and stuff. And so I'm finally back on again. And another mistake. So my product's in Amazon. It's selling again. And like you were saying, in 2018, I do find it a little different right now. With your launch strategy, the same old thing isn't working again. So so I'm doing that right now, and things are going good again. And I'm sort of doing the similar thing right now, but it's back in again, and working my way back to page 1 again.
Cool. And do you plan to go with just product 2 in the same kind of niche?
Yeah, so I am doing a second product that is in the same niche. I've been working on that. I've almost got that all nailed down.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking forward to that. And it's another unique one again. And then so I guess expanding horizontally for now, and then look at other options. And the goal is to have 5-10 products by the end of the year would be good.
That'd be great. That'd be great, Derek. That's perfect. If there is anything else you want to add, kind of anything that you think would be helpful to someone new starting off, then that'd be great. If you have anything to add at the moment, because
just do the course. Stick to the steps. Try to get all the information you can for yourself, and then the unique product is crucial. I think if you find something that you can put a twist on and make it your own, and really helps you stand out, and it's a good way to go.
Perfect. Well, thanks a million, Derek. Derek, I'm not sure, will we share the details of the person who the lawyer will say in?
Sure, yeah, it'd be great. I don't know how you want to do that, but the lawyer, she's definitely receptive into taking on new clients. I think you'll find her very effective. She knows her stuff. She's been a lawyer based in Beijing for 10 years. She's currently moved to the States, but she's still a licensed Chinese IP patent lawyer. She writes NNM and OEM agreements, and she knows how to do it properly. Like, I think if you get, she's someone you can trust, and if it gets executed correctly, it's definitely worked for me, because I know they've had other people inquiring about running the same products, and they've been honoring it. So I've been really happy with that. And she did a great job. She went above and beyond. So I don't know how you want to give out the details, but
well, I haven't this video shared yet, but what I'm going to do is share this video around later, and anyone who does want to make contact with her, I'll be able to get the contact information off you and either put it down in the questions or in the description of this, so that anyone who does want to kind of have a lawyer speak to their manufacturer or draw up some agreement for them, then they can reach out to contact her and just see what she can do for them as well. Because I think that was a big part, a very smart move by you to go that route and really protect yourself and protect your product that way, without going the whole IP route. Because if you do go getting a patent, it does take time to get your actual patent in
and
place.
thousands of dollars. Like it could cost you $15,000 to secure a utility patent. And I do know somebody who went that route, and I think he said he spent $15,000 on his utility patent.
And the hard thing about that is you've nothing proved after it. Whereas you can prove that yours is a seller now and go and get your IP patent now. If that's the route you want to go with it. But that's perfect. Thanks a million for coming on the chat today. I'm actually really grateful for it, for Derek. But thank you, and the best of luck in the future.
All right, thanks, guys, and good luck with all your Amazon business in 2018.
Cool. Thanks, Derek. We'll speak to you soon. Bye. So that was just a quick chat with Derek, who is a member of the Unique Private Label course. And you can just watch back this if you're just jumping on now, and just to see how he got on with it. He done things right. He has his own unique product, selling well on Amazon. He's just getting his second product in line to launch, and he wants to have 10 products on Amazon by the end of this year. And obviously, like everyone else out there, he started this as a way to leave the job that he's at. He's still working full-time and doing this part-time, but his aim is to go at this full-time. So I hope that you have enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, then please drop them in the questions below. I look forward to speaking to you all again soon. Bye.